Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Potsmoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament, of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version of the Bible so that you can find the passages that we'll be discussing. Finally, we get to the important part of this entire series. The actual reading of the book of Zion as written by the prophets themselves. Upon my release from prison, I immediately tried to publish this text, but I was told that I could not publish a book that did not contain my own words. I actually had to write an entire book just so that I could present to the world the actual prophecy of Israel as written by the prophets themselves in their own language, well, not language, but in their own words. From here on out, everything that I read will be strictly from biblical passages. This is not my words. I'm not telling you what I believe. I'm telling you what the prophets themselves have said. This is where I get my authority. This is where I get my name. And this is where I get my plan for our future. So, if you have any argument with me, this is the only means by which you're going to win that argument. Because this is the truth, as told by the prophets of Israel in their own words. Chapter 1. I'm not going to give you Bible passages in this until the end of the reading. Then I will tell you the Bible passages that I have used. That way you can go to the King James Version of the Bible and you can look these passages up one by one and you can see for yourself that this is actually what the prophets have said. These are not my words. This is not my plan. This is God's plan. These are God's words through the prophets of Israel, as told 3,000 years ago. So, shall we begin? By the authority of. This matter is a decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, My counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. And who, as I, shall call and declare it, and set it in order for me, since I have appointed the ancient people, and the things that are coming and shall come, let them show unto them. Behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I showed them. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words, and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, knowledge shall be increased. And so ends chapter 1 of the book of Zion. In this chapter I have used Daniel 4:17, Isaiah 46:9 and 10, Isaiah 44:7, Amos 8:11, Isaiah 63:4, Isaiah 48:3, Daniel 12:4 and And so concludes chapter 1 of the Book of Zion, formerly known as the Prophecy of Israel. On to chapter 2, the closed book. For the Lord hath poured upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he say, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little, until the Ancient of Days come, and judgment is given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of the recompense for the controversy of Zion. Surely the Lord will do nothing, but he reveal his secret unto his servants, the prophets. For the Lord shall rise up as in Mount Perazim, and he shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his act, his strange act. Thus ends chapter 2 of the Book of Zion. In chapter 2, I have used Isaiah 29:10-12, Habakkuk 2:2, Isaiah 28:10, Daniel 7:22, Isaiah 34:8, Amos 3:7, Isaiah 28:21. Thus concludes chapter 2 of the Book of Zion. Chapter 3, the Lord speaks. The Lord God hath given me the tongue of the learned, that I should know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary. He waketh morning by morning, he awaketh my ears to hear as the learned. The Lord hath opened my ears, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back. I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then I said, Here I am, send me. And he said, Go, and tell this people, Hear ye indeed, but understand not. See ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts, and convert, and be healed. Thus saith the Lord thy Redeemer, and he that formeth thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, and spreadeth forth the earth himself, that frustrateth the token of the liars, and that maketh the diviners mad, and turneth wise men backwards, and maketh their knowledge foolish. Wherefore the Lord saith, For as much as this people draw near to me with their mouths, and with their lips do honor me, but remove their hearts far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Then that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord hath done this, and the Holy One of Israel hath created it. Produce your cause, saith the Lord. Bring forth your strong reason, saith the King of Jacob. Let them bring them forth, and show us what shall happen. Let them show the former things what they be, that we may consider them, and the latter and of them, or declare us things to come. Bring forth the blind people that hath eyes, and the deaf that hath ears. Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this, and show us former things? Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say, It is true. To whom will you liken me, and make me equal, and compare me, that we may be like? They lavish gold out of the bag, and weigh silver in the balance, and hire a goldsmith, he maketh it a god. They fall down, yea, they worship. They bear him upon their shoulder. They carry him, and set him in his place. He shall not be removed. Yea, one shall cry unto him, yet can he not answer, nor save him out of his troubles. Remember this, and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O transgressors. He has taken he was taken from prison and from judgment, and who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living, for the transgressions of my people was he stricken. And he made his grave with the wicked, and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was there any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him, that he hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. And he shall see the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied. By his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the strong, because he hath poured out his soul unto his death. And he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bare the sins of many, and made intercession for the transgressors. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege both against Judea and against Jerusalem. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people, and all that burdens themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. So ends chapter 3 of the book of Zion. In this chapter, I have used Isaiah 54 and 5, Isaiah 6, 8 to 10, Isaiah 44, 24 and 25, Isaiah 29, 13 and 14, Isaiah 41, 20 and 21, Isaiah 43, 8 and 9, Isaiah 46, 5 through 8, Isaiah 53, 8 through 12, Zechariah 12, 23 and 24, and so concludes chapter 3 of the Book of Zion. So, I'm going to stop there, and we will start next time with chapter 4, the graven image. Until then, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, keep you from all harm, and teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Be the joy, my friends. Stay happy and high if you do drugs. If you don't, you might think about doing it if you want your prayers to be answered. If not, please go find somebody who does, because they have the line of communication open with the Grey, who are higher life forms than we are, and therefore able to answer your prayers if you are worthy of them. So, until next time, I will say later, because I'll never say goodbye.